So we get to see more about the Mink Tribe in this chapter and see what exactly is that whole thing. And I gotta say, that new villain that we've been seeing, like, for a little tiny hint through a while now, we already know who the villain is and who we're probably gonna be dealing with throughout this arc. And that man's name is Jack. So one thing we got to know in this chapter is that we actually know what both these characters' names are from the Mink Tribe. We actually find out it's Wanda and Carrot, and I'm kind of surprised, like, you get to see, like, especially more of, like, Carrot's abilities, like, she, apparently from, like, what Zora was saying, like, I felt like she was, like, electrocuting it, like, from, like, that little claw hand that she had, like, the rabbit's paw, and not to mention able to, like, jump up really high, like, on some Sanji Skywalk stuff, and just able to say, oh, by the way, just there, that's where the town's going. I was kind of surprised that these characters, like, at least these two already showed off they're really, really strong, and, like, Luffy's just like, yo, you look like an entire, like, tribe, just Chopper and shit. It's just like, what the fuck not? It's just like, he went just to follow him and all that, and when they went to give out some information, especially saying, like, oh, by the way, your friends has just been killed and all that, it's like, your body's your dead comrades there, and they're like, what? Like, what do you mean? So, I'm kind of curious, what do they mean? Because obviously no way is it just saying, oh, like, they're being killed and everything. It's like, probably, I'm guessing it's like, they're unconscious or something, or maybe they don't know. Like, I'm really curious to see, like, what exactly is happening with them. Why exactly did they get nice? Because I'm guessing they managed to, like, raid the Thousand Sunny or something like that. I'm kind of curious to see what went down, like, why she was able to take, like, Nami's old clothes and stuff like that, and how exactly they're fighting. But from what we got to see, Luffy kind of, like, actually managed to, like, unite with all the Trafalgar Laws people as well. Like, he got to reunite with that, like, polar bear motherfucker. Just, like, I don't really care too much for his name, but it's like, you know, that was cool. And, you know, they actually, like, managed to reunite, you know, like, with each other. And when Luffy actually confronted both, like, Wanda and Carrot, it was like, yeah, we kind of got to, like, explain, you know, shit kind of happened. And I remember, like, seeing, like, a conversation, like, from them is saying, like, oh, by the way, when, like, Jack was attacking and they saw all these claw marks and everything, they would say, I remember, like, seeing some, like, people saying, oh, maybe Captain Kuro came around here. I'm like, fucking Kuro, like, what the fuck is he gonna do around here? And I'm like, nah, like, that'd be weird if he was just, like, he became, like, an underling or something, but, like, really? Fucking Captain Kuro? Like, one of the most earliest guys, like, I really don't see him coming back, like, really anytime soon. If he does, I expect him to have a huge power-up or something like that, or just become irrelevant, because, like, come on, fucking Kuro, man, fucking Kuro, like, it's ridiculous to see that. I liked when, like, Luffy was actually talking to these guys, like, he was actually surrounded, there was, like, this sick-ass, like, lion-ass motherfucker there, and, like, some other-looking guy I couldn't really see from, like, the back of them, and it was like, yeah, he was surrounded, and, like, you know, the Mink Tribe, they kind of, like, paid him with respect, and we kind of found out this is actually where, like, you know, I believe the navigator, the polar bear guy, Beppo or something like that, he's actually, like, he actually, like, originated from here, like, this is where his original town was, so I'm kind of curious to see about that, and it's like, you know, and while that was happening, the rest of the, like, Straw Hats and all that were just, like, kind of looking around saying, yeah, this only happened recently and stuff, and it's like, we're very curious to see what exactly went down, and it's like, yeah, by the way, we're going straight to, like, you know, more incidents and all that, and saying, like, oh, tell us where Sanji is and all that, and, like, that's where he is, and she just happened to say a little bit silent for that. Like, honestly, there wasn't too much to this chapter to be really said of. I mean, that nice little bit at the end saying, like, oh, by the way, the person that took down this country is Jack, and from what we've seen a little bit of Jack, he was following, I believe, tailing, but, like, you know, like, Don Flamingo, so I'm very kind of wondering what exactly is with this guy, and hopefully we'll be able to find out. I believe we actually knew a little bit about him in, like, Punk Hazard, but only, like, a little bit of information about that. So I'm curious, so let's see what's going to actually happen with this guy and see how much of a threat this Jack guy is. So overall, I mean, it was a very accurate chapter. Like, really, there wasn't too much that grabs me, like, too much to this chapter. It kind of felt a bit like that, like, we kind of, I mean, we got, like, more of the mystery going on, we got to see the strength painted out to Carrot. I'm kind of curious seeing, like, what Wanda's strength really is throughout this. It seems like she's commanding, like, Carrot, so I'm hoping that Wanda is a lot stronger, and I just want these guys not to be, like, you know, like, Aton Tyler, like, 2.0, please don't be like that, but what can I say, it really wasn't that much of the chapter, guys, like, it just really wasn't that much of interest, and it's just, like, we know the villain now, what his name is, and that was around about it, apart from reuniting with, like Laws people and all that, like, not too much an exciting chapter for me, like, honestly. But let me know in the comments section down below what you thought about this one. But that's only all from me, so thank you very much for watching as always, and I'll catch you guys next time.